Hey carpoolers, how's it going? Welcome back to another carpool. Today is Monday the 26th, I believe, of March. And if you're new to this channel, welcome. My name is ST and I am vlogging my weight loss journey. I am pre-op VSG, but we talk about more than just surgery and food here. So if you're new to this channel, I hope you click the subscribe button down below and join us for our carpool. And for those of you who have been faithful subscribers from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Okay, so I wrote a little list here today because I thought, well, I don't have much to go over, but then when I started writing stuff down, I'm like, I got a lot to say. So first things first, I'm still waiting to hear from the surgeon's office. In one of my previous videos, I had mentioned that the bariatric clinic told me that with my insurance they have 14 days, the surgery office has 14 days to file after the referral for surgery. So 14 business days technically isn't until Friday, April 6th. And I gave them like a 2-day buffer because I know office staff are busy and stuff, and they probably did not file my paperwork or fax it over right away. It probably took a day or two. So I counted that in. So roughly it would be about Friday, April 6th. And I haven't heard anything yet. But you know I'm watching that phone. Watching. Sometimes, especially at work, I'll run to the restroom and not take my phone. And when I get back to my desk, I'm like, oh, I wonder if I missed a call. And then I'll look and there'll be no missed call. But yeah, I'm still watching and looking. Since my last appointment at the bariatric clinic when they said they would refer me, I've kind of fallen off the wagon a little bit. I want to blame it on the fact that I've had a sinus infection for almost a week now. I haven't really had too much of an appetite, and then when I do eat something, it's carb laden and delicious. So I have fallen off the wagon. I am 1 week sinus infection out now, and I'm totally over it. I've taken all my antibiotics. I've taken that stupid prednisone. I can't stand prednisone. I'm still coughing. I still got snots, but it's all clear, and you know I'm functional. Every now and then I'll get like the face tenderness and the headache, but you know I'm just going through the motions, and hopefully I won't need a second antibiotic. I don't think I will. It's just hit me really hard this time. Anyhow, we're getting into spring, and I guess things are blooming and so forth and so on. So I'm just looking forward to feeling better. Let's see what else I have on the old list here. Today I have started to get back on track with food logging, because when I fell off the wagon, I also fell off the wagon of food logging. I have not been wearing my Fitbit like in forever, and it's not that I have a problem with the Fitbit. I actually really enjoy wearing the Fitbit. It does push me a lot, and I get to know, you know, how much I've been sleeping, how much I've burned, you know, how much walking I've been doing. But the problem I have is my phone is ghetto. It won't hold a lot of apps. I guess I don't have a phone with a lot of storage. So if I want to download an app to use it temporarily or long term, I usually have to delete something else. And my poor Fitbit always gets kicked to the curb because, you know, it still keeps it online. It still keeps it with your, you know, your sign-on and stuff. So, you know, I could pull it up, but every now and then I have to kick my Fitbit app to the curb so I can download something for a purpose. And right now, I think I have only 3 additional apps on my phone. How sad is that? My email is one. I need that. I can't live without it. There's too much going on in my life that I get emailed and I don't want to miss anything. The second one is Instant Messenger, which is another one that I kick off quite regularly because I don't use it at all. Once in a blue moon, like recently I just told you that my half siblings were connected with me through Messenger, so I still, you know, put it back on every now and then. And the other one is InstaHam, because that's how I connect with you guys, and I don't want to lose you, so InstaHam stays. And those for you who are new to my channel, InstaHam is Instagram. I just like to call it InstaHam. Anyway, so getting back on track with food logging, pushing water and exercising, and also wearing my Fitbit. I am going to go home and charge it tonight. I already told you about my ghetto phone. Okay, so last Wednesday, excuse me, last Wednesday, Cowboy went to the bariatric seminar for the first time. Cowboy is my husband. He had a lot of questions and concerns, and I just want to back up a little bit. I felt like I was pushing him to go to this seminar because I wanted him to get a better understanding of what I'm doing, what my body's going to go through, and what the benefits and the risks are going to be, and what my life is going to change like. And sometimes when you tell somebody you love stuff, it kind of just goes in one ear and the fear and concern takes over. But if they hear it from somebody else, especially a doctor or a surgeon, it's like, oh, really? Even though it's the same exact thing you told them, they just need that assurance. Excuse me. So he went, and I felt like I was pushing him to go. I couldn't go with him, which he was not pleased about, but he was pumped. And I know I said it in my last video, my husband's an extrovert, and I should have known better. He came in with like notes and questions ready. He told me on Friday we had a little date night, and he was telling me that he actually stayed late with the surgeon, and they talked about stuff, and I'm like, I am so not surprised. But I didn't feel like he would do that because I was kind of pushing him into it. It wasn't something that he really, was going in because he wanted to. So he got a lot of his questions asked. He's still a little, surgery, and they're, they did go over the risks, even though they're extremely minimal. And, it was funny because he was kind of like preaching to the choir for a minute, and he's like, this is permanent. Like, they take your stomach out, and it cannot be put back. And I'm like, He's like, you can only eat 4 ounces of food. And I'm like, for life? And I'm like, yeah. So it was kind of cute there for a minute. So throughout the weekend, where's my list at? Throughout the weekend, I noticed that, he was asking me questions. It would be random. Like, this isn't a cure, right? And I said, yeah, it's just a tool. And he was like, oh, okay. Just wanted to make sure you got that. And I'm like, yeah, I got that. And then he was like, so you already went through all of our insurance and everything? And I said, yeah. And it was a bit harder because I don't have diabetes and I don't have high blood pressure. So I kind of had to jump through a lot of hoops of fire to get this done. With my type of insurance, if you have high blood pressure or diabetes, it isn't as hard to prove a need. But since I primarily have hormonal problems, I had to be referred by my endocrinologist and, prove the need or whatever. My husband has diabetes, so I kind of just was like, well, it wouldn't be that way for you because you have diabetes, and if it was you, you'd probably fly right through it. And he was like, oh, well, whatever. And then he asked me, we were sitting down, and he goes, let's just say that I was contemplating the surgery. What would be my next step? And I'm like, okay, well, you already went to the seminar, and with our insurance and with the clinic that we go to, you have to attend the free seminar before you can even get an appointment into the clinic. So I'm like, you already did that. Secondly, you would fill out the paperwork that they gave you at the seminar, which I did notice he brought home. The one they fill out to make your appointment, and I'm like, well, he probably won't even grab it because he's just going for informational purposes. He did, I noticed. Then you would fill that packet off in completion and drop it off at the bariatric clinic. They would call your health insurance and get a pre-authorization, and then they would call you with an appointment. And he was like, oh. And I'm like, why? You thinking about it? And he was like, well, I was thinking about it. They touched on a lot of good points. And I was like, I'm trying not to get too excited, but at the same time, I'm like, how cool would that be for us to be able to go through this together and support each other? But I'm not, counting my chickens before they hatch. So I thought that was very interesting and a little mind-blowing all at the same time. My husband is a missionary. He goes out of the country to do mission work. So he actually said at another point in time, if I was to do something like this, it would have to be till next year, because all of his vacation time right now is wrapped up in mission work. So I was just like, wow, really? And his vacation time rolls over in November, so actually it wouldn't even be a year, it would be like a couple months. So that did like a complete 180. So that's exciting. Also, I have started to receive a vitamin subscription. I have to get back to you and give you more information on this. It got set up with the bariatric clinic, and actually the nutritionist set it up, and she said that she was pretty sure it wouldn't start until after my surgery, but I've already got a box in the mail, and I opened it. I really didn't go into looking to it because I can't start taking any of this stuff until 2 weeks post-op. So that was pretty interesting. I know a long time ago I saw a video from Mini-Me in Tennessee, and she mentioned a Premier Protein subscription that she was able to set up with her doctor. I wasn't able to do that yet because, again, it's a post-op surgery thing, and I'm not there yet. So, but those are two really cool things that I want to give you guys more information about as soon as I get more information on it. Also, I have on here, if you guys are subscribers to Netflix, yes, I'm at the gas station. Need to fill up old Bessie here. Big Ward Season 1. It's pretty cool. I thought I would get kind of like uneasy about watching it and really seeing what they go through and stuff. It's based out of New Zealand, and who knew that New Zealand had a higher obesity rate than America? What? And if you watch the show, you obviously know why, because even though they have free healthcare over there, the price of food is very similar, so poor people are more apt to feed their very large families with fast food than to buy fresh fruits and vegetables because it's cheaper. But I'm not getting into their like society and country and stuff because they actually don't go into that on their channel. I just was curious and I wanted to do research on my own, and that's what I was able to come to my own personal conclusion. Anyway, it's an excellent show. I loved it. Cowboy actually came in while I was watching it, and I thought he would be like, oh, but he actually watched one of the surgeries, and he was like, oh, that's kind of crazy. And I'm like, yep, that's how it goes. And we got to like follow a couple people that, you know, we started liking and stuff, and we got to see the weight come off of them and their lifestyle change. And I don't know, I think that might have contributed a little bit to Cowboy thinking long term with this, but we'll see. I will keep you posted. And then if that comes to be, you're going to have to meet him. I'm just going to have to drag him by his ear and be like, everybody meet Cowboy. So anyway, Big Ward Season 1, liked it very much. I blew through Season 1, and that's the only season that's on Netflix right now. I noticed there were some differences, and I know there's differences in every country because Lisa Marie Perry, I'm friends with her. I absolutely love her. You need to check out her channel. She is in Britain, I think. I'm not sure, but I love her cute little accent. She's going through different hoops that I'm going through. So, you know, different countries do different things, but I noticed in New Zealand, at least during the show, like when they're in the hospital after their surgery, they right away start with soft food. But for us, we do like 2 freaking weeks of liquids and then move to soft food. Or maybe I have that backwards, but they straight up start with soft food. Like their little tray comes in right after surgery, and it's like this little bit of like potato and like really soft meatloaf type looking thing or whatever. Also, they talked about everything that we talk about here in America, but they did not talk about vitamins at all. And I'm sure that might just be something that just was taking out of the show because of time or whatever, but no mention of vitamins whatsoever. Like following up with vitamins, making sure you take your vitamins deficiency, and oh, don't pull behind me because I'm still rambling. I'm not getting gas. Okay, I gotta move. Whoa, going the wrong way. Anyway, so that's something I didn't hear them mention, and it's extremely important. And that was one of Cowboy's concerns too. He's like, can you please not? I'm vlogging right now. I don't have my seatbelt on. That's one of the Cowboys' concerns, whereas you realize you're going to have to take vitamins, like, for life. And I'm like, I already take vitamins now. Wrap this up because I'm already going into a second video now because of timing. Things I'm looking forward to for the end of this week. Obviously, the number one thing is going to be hearing from the surgeon's office, which I'm not holding my breath. Like I said, it'll be Friday, April 6th will be, 14 business days plus. And also, let's see, Good Friday is this Friday. That's an awesome occasion, and we usually go to church, and there's a service and all that good stuff. Also, my brother's birthday's on Saturday. Happy birthday, Mateo. And then Easter is this Sunday. So yeah, there's good stuff to look forward to that are not weight loss related. And as always, thank you guys for being here for me and listening to me ramble. What are your guys' plans for this weekend with Good Friday and Easter? Does your family get together? Do you do an egg hunt? What's that going to be like? This month has been a little chaotic, especially with me having this illness. I usually have like stuff in order by now. I have nothing. All I know is I'm going to service on Friday and Sunday, but I have no idea what I'm wearing. I don't know what we're doing for Little Bill yet. I'm pretty sure we'll have a little hunt for her, but I'm so behind I haven't got anything accomplished, but I will. Feeling better, a little better every day. I'm kind of really over this whole business, but I love you guys, and thank you for joining this carpool today, and I hope to see you maybe at the end of the week. Maybe I'll have something new to share with you, but if not, I hope you have a wonderful Good Friday, a wonderful Easter, and just a great week in general. Ciao.